right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Tea Time Tuesday. I'm Patrick Brown. I'm here with Carmela Head. We're excited here from the Renewal Center. Tea Time is our time to pause, to reset, and to build resilience. Carmela, how you doing over there?
I am doing good this evening. I'm doing great. How are you doing, Patrick?
I'm doing good. I'm good. I've been waiting for this time to pause and reset and build resilience.
Yes,
This is us.
me
This
too.
is what
Me
we do
too.
here at the RC. Excited about that, everybody. Want to encourage everyone. Please make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you press that like. Make sure that you share and subscribe. If this is your first time connecting, welcome to our Tea Time community. Please make sure that you grab your tea. All right, grab your tea. I've got my RC mug here. All right, Renewal Center mug. All right,
Oh,
grab
I
your
haven't
tea.
seen that in a long time.
Yes. I got my journal. So want to encourage everybody, please grab yours so we can be ready. Good evening, found favor. Good evening. I think I saw Monique out there as well. Good
Yes.
evening. Good to see you. Hello, one of our leaders. All right, so good to see you. Good to have everyone. Make sure, smash that like button. All right, let's get the algorithm up. Let's get the exposure up. Please subscribe and share. We're excited to have all of you with us this evening. Looking forward to this time to pause, reset, and build resilience. Also, we're still here in the month of March, so we want to say, again, we're honoring Women's History Month. We're excited about all the history contributions of women throughout the world. And again, we're so excited about that, celebrating the strength, wisdom, and legacy of women in March 2026. We want to honor the women who have broke barriers, built legacies, led movement, changed history. We celebrate every woman, past, present, and future. So again, we thank you so much, and we want to honor a happy Women's History Month. All
Thank
right.
you,
I'm so
Patrick.
glad that we're able to start the month off with that. And now we're going to end the month with you, Carmela, and our renewal practices. So we're so excited about that. And again, thank you, everybody, for being a part of that. I also want to share with you what our tea of the week is. All right. Our tea of the week is rose petal raspberry
Mm,
herbal
that sounds
tea.
good.
All right. I have not had this. Maybe it's been a while ago, Carmela. It's been a long time. So I got to really get that again. But do want to say, this is a blend of rose petals, raspberry, hibiscus, and lemon peel with
That
some
sounds
rose
good.
hips and apple. So it's like a nice blend, silky, aromatic tea. It's fruity, it's tart, it's refreshing. What I do like about though is it can be served hot excellently. It can also
Mhm.
be served as an iced tea. It's very fragrant. It's known for its bright red colors. You see sweet tart flavor. And again, it's known for its versatility because it can be served hot, it can be served iced, it can be mixed with sparkling water or some ginger ale or something like that for a more
Okay.
refreshing cooler feel. So, but I don't know where you are right now because some days it's hot, some days it's cold. So I guess this is good
Right.
considering the weather to go ahead and try rose petal raspberry because it was cold today, it was hot yesterday.
I know. That was strange.
Yeah. Okay. So again, folks, this will be a good tea just for the current season. Tea of the week, rose petal raspberry herbal tea. What is your tea of choice? All right. What's your tea of choice for this evening? I see there's honey lavender tea. What is your tea of choice out there
That sounds
today?
good.
Hopefully you're ready to pause and reset and build resilience. Please share with us what your uh, tea of choice is. And remember to like, share, and subscribe our channel. All right. Good evening, Nikki Pan. Hello, Nikki. Nicole, how are you? Hello. Good to see you. All right. Glad everyone is ready. I'm telling you, I'm ready as well. So before we get started, all right, found favorite lemon zest. All
That
right.
sounds good. That sounds
All
good.
right. I didn't really get a chance to do the coffee that I needed today, so I am in my vanilla. Got a lot
Okay.
more cream than I'm used to, but got that going today. My little heater over here and ready to
Okay.
go. So before we get started, everyone, I'd like us to just take a moment. I know many of you may have had an incredibly busy day, so we're going to take a time what we call to locate ourselves, where we pause. We take some deep breaths, and I just want you to see the image on the screen if you want to do that. Or if you want to just close your eyes and just ground yourself for a moment. And then right after that, Carmela will get us started in our renewal practices for our tea time today. All right?
Okay.
All right. Let's go ahead and pause for a moment and locate ourselves. All right. Just take a deep breath and then exhale. One more time. And exhale. Good time to locate yourself. All right, everyone. I was over here stretching a little bit. All right. Well, we want to encourage everyone, again, like, share, and subscribe. And we're now going to go into our renewal practices and our tea time today. We look forward to your engagement. Over to you, Carmela. You are muted.
I was just talking up a storm over here. Good evening, everybody. It's good to see everybody. It's good to be back. And I hope everybody is enjoying their fourth day of spring. I'm telling you, we are already into the month and the season of spring. And spring is kind of doing all kinds of things. It's been hot and cold and everything else, but what a wonderful season. And so we're going to be kicking off tonight with our spring 2026 edition of one of the wonderful things that we always seem to talk about, but we forget about is spring. I mean, what happens during spring? Go ahead and put in the chat. What happens with spring? We're going to have a really engaging time tonight. We want everybody to just chime in and just chime in. You know, we're going to have good dialogue. We're going to have tea and chat tonight. We're going to have our tea, and we're going to chat. We're going to have some good dialogue today surrounding the essence of an engaging environment. And so what is spring? Come on, what do you see at spring? I see, okay, Pamela is saying renewal. Okay, thank you, Found Favor. Renewal. What else do you think about? What else do you feel? What else do you do? What does spring mean to you? I see Monique is saying renewal takes place in the spring season. Yes. You want to take some of these, Patrick?
Sure. Oh. All right. Crushing chemo check. Good to see you, Patrick Carmela. Yes, it is.
Thank you. Thank you. What do you think about spring, Patrick? What does spring mean to you? What comes? Huh?
Rain.
Rain. Mm-hmm. You know what? We rarely even think about spring, April showers.
I like the rain.
And that's what would and the plants be like without rain anyway? So I love that. That's something we don't think about. Rain. Thank you. Wow, this is really great. Rebirth.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, these are some good words coming out. Don't stop now. Just keep putting some things in the chat. We're going to get started. But I'm telling you, this has just really been exciting. I see Darlene. She's coming in. Outdoor walking and watching flowers bloom on trees and grass. Come on with it. Refreshing. Thank you, Darlene. Thank you, Nika Pans. Oh, this is so good. You know, and this is such a good season to get excited. And I want to share something really quick, Patrick, that's been on my mind when I'm trying to get this together here. Is, you know, sometimes we don't think about this, but spring is almost like the New Year's, isn't it? It's like people they start redoing things, they start thinking a little different, but not as much as it would be in the new year. So there is a greater importance for us to take stock for spring. Okay. And so we're going to talk about this engaging word tonight. And what is the engaging word tonight? Engaging. Yes, engaging. And so if everybody would take out your tea time journal, invite your friend, because this is going to be something that you can challenge your friend, your family member to do, and to challenge yourself during this new season. And so we're here on the 4th day of spring, and we're going to talk about this tonight, the essence of an engaging environment. And so we want to foster a greater growth, not just growth in our lives, but a greater growth. You look at that screen, I like that picture. It's clean. And Patrick, what do you think when you see that picture?
Well, I see the lack of clutter.
Oh, we're going to get there. Yes, that sounds like you. Yeah.
It's clean, it's simple, it's minimal. I love it. Yes. Nice clean window.
Right. And if you take a look at the picture, everybody gets a different interpretation of what they see. But it's not more or less what you see, is what you feel. Remember, when you're looking at something or you're gazing at something, not only are you just looking, but it's what you feel when you talk about an environment, right? It's not only what you look around and see, but we're going to talk about that, but how does it make you feel? So tonight we're going to talk about the essence, the importance of an engaging environment. So let's get started, everybody. I'm going to throw some questions out there, and me and Patrick, we're going to press you to put some answers here during our tea time tonight. What is an engaging environment? Now, everybody's different. Everybody has their own take on what an engaging environment is. What is that? Write that in your journal, because this is something you're going to go back to. This is something you may challenge your friend or family member to get involved in. But put in the chat, what's an engaging environment to you out there in our tea timers? Patrick, you want to share? What does that mean to you?
Absolutely. To me, it means it speaks life to you. My environment speaks life to me. I would also say it carries or sustains energy and warmth that I have and what I would like around me. So for me, it's more speaking life to me, and also what do I bring when I show up in spaces as well. So that's what I think when I think of an engaging environment. It's not always loud, because I can engage in calm and peace too, by the way.
And I like what you just got through saying, which was very interesting. And it's not, I mean, you're bringing all of you to the environment that you come into, or into the space. Again, what is an engaging environment? Of course, I'm using this picture because it is engaging. The environment, something Patrick just said, is clean. It's orderly. There's a lot of things going on in there. We look at the aesthetics of it, but how does it make you feel is the question. And, I would like to challenge everyone to think about this. What would it take to challenge you to dream or to grow in this season inwardly? Are there areas of growth that you want to see happen? What would it take to challenge you to dream more, or to dream bigger, or to expand the way that you're thinking, or expand what you're doing? What would it take for you to grow and to shift, to look outside of the box this 2026? Because it's so important about the surroundings that we're in. Tea time is about stopping. It's about pausing. We're going to stop and reflect, take a moment. Let's just look at where we are right now in 2026, on this day, on this Tuesday. What about the environments that you're in? Not more or less your work environment, but your environment that you would like to be in that is engaging. What would it take for you to be in that right now in 2026? I see something coming in. Monique is saying an engaging environment is the one that exudes calm, light, organization, and peace. Exactly. Absolutely. It's an engaging environment that I like how you
Mhm.
said that it exudes calm. We're going to get there too tonight. It exudes light. I mean, no, who really want, I mean, the only time you really want to walk into a dark area or if there's something you need a little bit of light concealed, like the movies, you want to enjoy the movie or you ready to go to sleep. But, I mean, an engaging environment brings that sense of calm, brings that sense of light and organization and peace. Patrick, you want to expound on Monique's answer?
Yeah, when she talks about here exudes calm, light, organization, and peace, I think that's important because when I think about calm, you're considering bringing down the noise of the world or noise that's inside of you or noise that's external.
Yes.
Light being things that bring a sense of energy and spark. And then, of course, organization, because when things are all over the place, it's very difficult for you to really engage if things are constantly disorganized. And then, of course, peace, which is wholeness in every area. So I definitely that resonates with me.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing that. And it's so important what you're saying. And see, what you're saying is what is important to you. What does that mean when Patrick steps into a place, and how does he feel when he's in this place? Is it engaging? Is it fostering a well-being? Is it actually fostering growth? Think about where you are, tea timers. Remember, everybody has a space. Everybody has a place that they go to build them up. But think about, are you actually creating? Are you in, is there an essence of an engaging environment around you? Okay, so we have just got through defining, what we believe an engaging environment is, right? And Monique shared what she thought would that be. What is an engaging environment? Okay, so if we ask what is an engaging environment, what makes an environment devoid of engagement? Let's think about that. What makes an environment devoid of engagement? If you think about engagement is a place where there's peace. There's we're going to talk about there in a minute what engagement is, but think about what engagement is to you. Now think about what is an environment that is devoid of engagement. When you walk into a space, what is it that zaps the energy? What is it that takes away from positivity or productivity or growth? So we need to know what an engaged environment really looks like. But now we're going to get there too. But what is it? What makes a space devoid of engaging? Patrick, would you like to talk about that? Because this is important. I mean, we're in our spaces all the time and we want to grow. We want to build resilience. We want to reset. So how do we actually do that in the spaces that we're in? Patrick, would you like to share?
Sure, why not? I think when I think of an environment that's devoid of engagement, first thing for me is that life isn't there. When you're not living, in other words, not providing an atmosphere of engagement, life brings that. Otherwise, it's stale. So there's not engagement because I'm cut off. Perhaps there's clutter all over the place, things that are just crowding how we live. So I think that when I think about things that are devoid of engaging, you can bring yourself into an environment. And if you're cluttered emotionally or you're cluttered mentally, then you will not engage. So many times it's what you carry on the inside that determines if your environment's going to be engaging or it's going to be devoid of engagement.
Whoa, that's good. That's good. First of all, let me backtrack a little bit. First of all, you said an environment that is stale. There's no life to it. You said it's very crowded. Actually, you feel crowded out in an environment that is not disengaging or not very engaging. And so I like how you shared about that, about even do we bring engagement into a space? And so we're going to talk about that. This is really good. Patrick, you want to take some of these? These are some answers from what is an engaging environment.
Sure. Engaging environment, peaceful, joyful, filled with life, laughter, lessons, and newness. Thank you. Another
Wow.
one here says an environment devoid of engagement is clutter, confusion, disorganization.
Here's another. Thank you.
Devoid of
Thank you for
engagement, friction, fruitlessness, pressure, painfulness. Okay.
Let's go back and unpack Pamela's found favors
Sure.
her answer. Would you like to unpack that? The
Sure.
confusion and disorganization. And why is that? How does that contribute to an environment that is devoid of engagement?
Well, of course, I'll start with clutter because that's an area that's very important to me. Many times clutter is that we hold on to things that just take up space.
Yeah.
Sometimes we have a cluttered mind. We are just collecting things just because we want to. Confusion, when I think of the word confusion, is everything is there, but it's in the wrong place. So we walk in, and imagine walking into your house, and the first thing you see is a refrigerator, and then right after that, you see the toilet. You'd be like,
it's in the wrong place.
Yeah, it's you're supposed to have something there, but it's in the wrong place. And many times that environment that is disorganized, you have what you need, but it's in the wrong place. It's interesting because I think about organizers, people who do space organizing. Many times I was watching something about it, and they were saying how it's a lot of it's based upon the energy and the flow of what you want in your space or in your room, things like that. And so for me, I think clutter really starts up here, and it has to deal with what's going on inside of us. And then confusion is having things there, but it's not. Now here, friction could be things that just constantly spark up negativity, or just constant resistance, or it could be the engagement on a conversation where I just want to find a space to just cause friction. My face is like friction. My words are like friction.
And you can be alone, excuse me, but you can be in a place alone and still have this environment.
And there it is. Yes.
Oh, this is good. Oh, you keep going, Patrick.
Yeah, I'm just looking at this now. I'm thinking fruitlessness, pressure, painful. Those are all, I would say, tension type of words. Pressing down, the friction of it. I'm not being productive, but I'm busy though, Carmela. I'm busy though, but I'm not really being fruitful. I'm not seeing the fruit of my seeds that I'm planting. And so I think it's just important to look at that.
And I like what you just said. You're not seeing the fruit of your planting, or and that's the whole gist of tonight. What we're talking about, what makes an environment engaging. And so not only you're asking the question, what makes it engaging, but we're talking about fostering a greater growth. Does your environment, is it fulfilling? Does it make you want to grow? Does it challenge you to grow? What do you feel when you're in the space? And you don't necessarily have to be in a space with someone else, but what about what's in your space? And this is really interesting what Monique is sharing, because this is really a big part of it. We ourselves put ourselves in the spaces that we're in, but then also what she's sharing is very important. Your space oftentimes represent what is happening on the inside of a person. So, if you think about that, and you're in the environment that you are you growing? Where are you? Are you settled? And so these are some things that you can challenge yourself. Remember, we're talking about pause, reset, building resilience. There should be a sense of calm. Maybe there's a sense of agitation. We talked about those things that were devoid. What makes an environment devoid of engagement? There may be agitation there, and we may be bringing that into our space, and we're not settled. And so what we want to talk about tonight is what makes an environment engaging. Let's break this down. Before we get started with that, let's think about spring, because that's why we're talking about this today. Spring gives us a time of blossoming. We think about blossoming, flowers are blooming, change, shifting, transformation, new beginnings. Not just with the new year, but with spring. more time outdoors, doing things that we love, revamping things, refreshing. And so keep that in mind when we're thinking about development, when we're thinking about expanding ourselves and putting ourselves, this is the whole reason behind what we're talking about tonight, putting ourselves in an engaging environment. What does that look like? What does the essence of that look like? And so we're going to discuss that real quick. Let's put on our thinking caps, everyone, and let's take a look at it. Engaging. If you think about engaging, anything that's engaging encourages growth somewhere. So we all were talking about what we thought an environment that was engaging. What was the elements? What was the essence of that environment that we really long to be in? If we're in an engaging environment, it should be a favorable attention. It should be some detail about the environment that is positive, that brings out, what do you see? It can be the aesthetics. Think about your room. Think about where you spend most of your time. Maybe your office space. Is it detailed? Can you see the things that, as Patrick was saying, that feeds you, that brings life to you? Interesting. Is it interesting? Is the setting inviting? Now, this can be, where do you go? Do you go to places that are interesting? Do you go to places that are inviting? The setting is inviting. Is it fostering growth? Patrick, can you take the next two?
Let me see this. Hold on. Which one? I'm sorry. Please. Okay. My glass. Put these glasses back on here. Pleasing. It's okay. Pleasing. A sense of order, entertaining, and enjoyment.
Yes. And as Patrick was saying earlier, is it a sense of order? Is it cluttered everywhere? Are the places that you go? Is it just, over the top? Nothing is in order. Is it entertaining? Do you enjoy being there? These are places that we're spending our time in. And, at Tea Time Tuesday, we want to grow. We want to be in settings that foster growth, even if it's our office space, our lounging spaces, the places that we frequent, that we align with others. Is there genuine connection? That's important. And not just with others, but with the things that are around you. I'm going to come back to, here. Think about art, or think about books or pictures or novelty items or whatever. Sometimes we have things, just think about it. Are there things around you that I don't really like that? It really doesn't do anything for me, but it's there. It's just taking up space. And think about replacing those things. What can you replace with something that represents you? Something that represents what you enjoy doing or represent what you like. I like certain art. I'm not the biggest abstract art person. So if I put abstract art on my office wall, it's just there. It's not engaging me. I don't find anything from that. It's not giving me any kind of enthusiasm. It's just something there. I'm just using that as an example. Or I may go somewhere and the environment is just there. It's not doing anything for me. It's not really promoting any type of positivity as far as, is it bringing anything out of me, my personality. And, God has wired each and every one of us so intricately. He's given us unique design to like certain things. Am I innovating things? I'm going to go ahead and put the list back up. Does it promote creativity? Think about your environment around you. Is it promoting you to be creative? Is it promoting you to dream? Is it promoting you or building growth of mindset to cause you to go beyond where you are? It's so important that we become creative. Does it promote peace? I remember, I think there was Charlisa and Pamela was mentioning different things that cause an environment to be devoid of engagement, which is a lack of peace. I want to say something very interesting here. When I was doing this study on just looking at this, It's if we are in an environment that is devoid of engagement, it's a lack of personal development. There's a minimal challenge to be creative or to be innovative at all. There's a lack of structure. And as Patrick has said, it could be a lack of clutter. I mean, not lack of clutter, but lack of order. There's just clutter everywhere. And you can't really think clearly. And, got all kind of stuff going on. That could really create an environment that is not producing calm. What is a place you can go to and you feel calm? It could be a lack of purpose. Does your environment even align with your purpose or your personality or your temperament? Isn't that interesting? That we want to be in an environment that's engaging. Tea Time Tuesday, Tea Timers, what do you all think about these different elements here of that encourage growth and engagement? I think that an encouraging environment is going to have you become more active participant. Are the places that you go or the groups that you're part of, that they encourage you to be active participant? Mm-hmm. What about grounding? Patrick, would you read the last three and kind of expound on those?
Sure. Grounding brings a sense of calm, fosters lightheartedness and enthusiasm. Well, one of the things when you think about grounding, connecting ourselves to the earth, and to greenery, things like that. If you ever travel, folks, to Japan and their workplaces, there's a sanctuary concept. They even have nap cafes and pods, dim lighting, soft music, things like that. So there's that time to really create a space for you to calm and ground yourself. And that's really being around nature. You say, well, hey, Patrick, I can't get out of the building. Well, you do have breaks. And it's good to just take a break and walk outside, take some deep breath, get some sun, do what you can, even if it means putting a little small plant there on your desk. That can ground you as well. They've even got, Carmela, they even have the grounding type of mats that they have now that you can actually put underneath your desk and put your feet on them. Those are things that can ground you as well. So I think that grounding is important. Can you put that back up again? I just wanted to reference it one more time. There. Okay, yeah, there it is. So the sense of calm is lightheartedness and enthusiasm. And of course, those two things, lightheartedness, in other words, not everything is constantly intense, constantly serious, being able to have laughter, to have enjoyment. And I would also say in your workplace, folks, especially for those of you that are working from home consistently, or you may not necessarily be in an office, it's also important that you take breaks from out of your office and maybe relocate here and there into a different space so that you can ground yourself as well. So if you've got a back porch, perhaps, for a few moments, if there's a call that you can work on, outside, maybe do that if you don't have to take a call, or you just have to listen in or something like that. Or maybe if you want to get some development time in place, you can do that by stepping away. Because our culture is not necessarily 9 to 5 anymore. So that means in between, we should have snippets of engaging environments.
I like that. And these are workable things. And so sometimes we don't have to get so deep. But, just like Patrick has said, as we was reading, just a simple place of being lightheartedness. Just lightheartedness. Is it, do you have a sense of enthusiasm? Does it foster that? Or is it just, like we said, it's just always conflict. It's always something in this environment that reminds me of that. What can you do? What can you do to change that? And then think about the challenge. There's a challenge that I'd like to put out there for spring 2026, because we'll be coming back in April, okay, with our Tea Time Tuesday. We want to see how we're doing. What places will you go to, or what spaces can you build that is going to be engaging? Okay, so that's our assignment now. Okay, we can make changes in our environment. It's just a few things. You can add some great things, and you can even have to take away a few things that may not, fit in the environment that you really like. Put something there, like Patrick said, that could really ignite peace and well-being, and something that's beautiful or something that you like, And so what places will you go to? Because there's a lot of places that you can commit to going to. Remember, spring is about starting new things, learning new things, seeing new things, exploring new things, discovering new things. And so the places that you go, what can you do? That's the challenge. What places will you go, or what spaces can you build that's going to promote the essence of engagement? Okay, so how can you do that? Take out your tea time journals and let's do a little brainstorming, and then we're going to close out tonight. So first of all, take stock. Where are you right now? Review where you are right now. Is your environment engaging? Let's just be honest. We're not talking about interior designing or interior decorating. We're just talking about bringing those elements that we just talked about, these elements. Bringing these elements into your environment so that they are engaging, and so they do encourage growth. Where are you now? And then ask yourself, well, what would you like to change? How could you make your environment more engaging? I mean, these are things we can do. We have the capacity to do these things. And then the third one would be, how do you see yourself growing and flourishing? Remember, we're talking about growth. We should be steadily growing, wanting and desiring to grow. How can you do that? How can you do that and be engaged in this environment? Patrick, would you like to share a little bit?
Sure. I think that when I think about places, like what I would like to do in terms of environment engaging, I'll just say what I did today. I did some dusting in my office, and I was like, okay, so I just took some wipes and began to wipe things down, and I began to move things around so that when I'm looking up, I'm seeing some positive things. So I did that specifically. I have a lighthouse here. I've got the word evolve over here. Then when I turn over here, I see you got this. Then when I look over here, I see enjoy every moment. So it's like I was just really actually strategically putting things, because I know I'm going to turn. So I did that today just to move things around. And that was helping me become a little bit more attentive to my space. So when I look back, okay.
Yes.
And I'm looking.
I love it.
So that was specific today that I did that. So I'm glad that you mentioned. I didn't know you were going to get on engaging today, but I did spend some time thinking about what I wanted to look at and see around me as well.
Thank you. Thank you. Tea timers. Think about what Patrick just said. I mean, he's created the environment that is going to uplift him, is going to engage him, is what he likes, is the things that cause him to be creative and to think, to be more in a mode of personal development. How are your spaces developing you? Is there anything that you would like to share, tea timers? What are some things that you have in your environment that's working for you? Or are there some things that you would like to change, or some places you would like to go? We are in the spring, and there are some places that there's so many different things out there. What are some places you've been wanting to go? Museums, parks, an activity, an organization. What are the places that you would like to go that's engaging? Even simple places that you may not have thought about going to, that you can go to promote more positivity and engagement in your life. Let's find out how we can do this. Okay, preview. Growth takes vision. I'm sure that room was empty at one point that we're looking at, but the person had a vision in mind as to how to make their room more engaging. So they put a tree here, they have some natural lighting, set the table the way that they felt that would be very engaging to them, clutter-free. It just speaks of peace. You need to see yourself in this engaging environment. Sit and think about where you would like to be, and then list the details of what this space would look like. So like we're talking about, write the vision. You can write a vision about what your engaging space would look like. It's almost like a blueprint, Patrick. like a blueprint of what you would like your environment to look like. I see a remark coming in. Okay, yes, I love this. Yes, exactly. So to Darlene, her engaging place would be the beach. The beach is a great place for reset. It's be carefree, to enjoy nature. That's something that's engaging to her. It's building growth, it's building reset, calm in her life. This is amazing. Thank you for sharing that. Yes, this is good. This is really good. And she can't actually get to the beach, she can bring the beach to her. Thank you for sharing that. I just I'll use myself as an example. My office space is very Hampton, has a Hampton feel. I have seashells and it's very calm, and I have pictures of ocean views and things like that. Seashells. Those are the things that cause me to be more creative, peace of mind, and just the environment. I like the aesthetic. I like the environment. It causes me to be more productive. I'm more positive when I walk in here. And so thank you for sharing that, Darlene, because really, if you can't get to that place, what inspires Darlene the most is just having that coastal feel. Mm-hmm. Thank you for sharing that. That's amazing. Anybody else want to share what is something that you do or something that you desire to use to bring a more engaging environment? And while you're putting that in the chat, we'll go to the next slide. Okay, Patrick, let's recap. Remember, you want to have a vision for what you would like to start doing this spring, whether you're going to go somewhere and get involved in an engaging environment, get out, do something that's going to promote and foster positivity, well-being, calm, reset, resilience in your life, or you can create the space around you that's going to do it. Okay. Patrick, can we go to the next one? Would you like to read the next one?
Sure. Create the opportunity and plan ahead to set order to your engaging space or environment. So, friends, T-timers, let's do this. What will creating this space require? Or where will you go to achieve this new place of growth? So, again, it's about creating the opportunity where you are currently in your home or in your workplace. And then, of course, outside of there, where perhaps there's a break that you need to take or you need to plan in order for you to make that shift and that change. And so, Carmela, to me, that's what that really means, is because I think if we're able to do that in our own personal lives, that means your car, that means your office space, wherever that is, then you'll take that same type of decluttering or order or engaging environment. You'll take that with you wherever you are. So that causes me to think about that.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. And it's workable. These are workable tools that we can use. And I know to some people may think, that's not necessary, but an engaging environment helps us to be more productive and creative. And all of these things that we talked about, it aligns with our purpose and we can connect. It should promote productivity and creativity in our lives. These are some great things that we can start looking at this spring on making some changes. And we can do that by taking stock, previewing and getting a vision about where we want to go. What do we want to enjoy this year, this spring? I know a lot of us are planning different trips. We're going outside of the box to do things that we haven't done before. Is it engaging? Is it promoting well-being for us? And then go ahead and pre-plan. Start organizing your life around an engaging environment. And so I think that's really the gist of it tonight. The buzzword tonight was engaging. And the challenge, Patrick, is for us to create an engaging environment or go to a place that's going to push us into growing. And that could be school. That could be, are you involved in a class? Is it an engaging class? Does it promote dialogue and bring out a sense of positivity and productivity in you? I see some remarks, some really good remarks are coming in. Can you take these, Patrick?
Sure. I travel a lot, and my first order of business in every city is to find a pretty place, usually a park or body of water, and a comfy coffee shop. These are places I know I can breathe deeply. Thank you.
Love it. Yes, I love that. And I love what she said. These are the places I know. She
Breathe deep.
knows, right,
Mhm.
that she can breathe and exhale and be and just sit back and be calm. And we talk about that all the time when we reset ourselves, right, Patrick?
Yes, yes. Renita has something here also. A work schedule rarely allows me to literally go outside my building. So I play music, nature sounds in my office. I never use overhead lights. I have a lamp and natural lighting for calmness.
Mm.
Okay.
This is amazing. Thank you, Nita. Thank you, sis, for sharing that. I love the fact that if you can't have natural lighting in your office space or in your space where you are, spend most of your time, you can create a space. There are different ways you can do that. Start, researching some things that you can do to make your environment more engaging so that you can grow, so that you can flourish this spring. There's a lot of
Yeah.
things you can do, from word walls to plants to not just the aesthetics, but we talked about how do you feel when you go into that environment. So we want to actually produce a place of calm and peace, and a place where we can think, a place that we can synergize with others, also a place that we can generate new ideas and
Mm-hmm.
become more creative. Uh, so what are your feedback out there, Tea Timers? Patrick, while they're putting their feedback in the chat, would you like to expound on anything?
Absolutely. I think as we think about locating ourselves, I want to encourage everyone also to think about what's in your current environment and think about what you can do to foster more engagement just for you.
Yeah.
And really think about that. I think, Carmela, you pointed out two things. Where will you go, right?
Yeah.
And how will you build it? So those are the two takeaways. Where you will go, you can position different spaces in your home like that as
Right.
well. So where you can go or how you will build it as well. So whether that's external or internal in your home, from your home. So those are just the two things that are top of mind for me.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And I say a lot of times that, you know what, you don't necessarily have to go far. Where's
Mm-hmm.
that special place in your home that you could build,
Mm-hmm.
you can go to that promotes engagement. And you can begin there too. I mean, even a simple porch, balcony, or just being outside. I mean, whatever, you can build it. What will you do this spring to promote that engagement in your life? Okay, well, Patrick is going to close us out with how you can connect with the Renewal Center. And while he's doing that, would you please put in the chat your takeaways for this evening?
All right. Well, thanks everybody for connecting with us this evening for our tea time. I'll just remind you, please like and share and subscribe. If this is your first time or you're a recurrent tea timer, we'd like to invite you to connect with us here at the Renewal Center. These are the different ways you can support and donate to our nonprofit organization. Thank you so much for your participation. You can go through our website, therenewalcenters.com/give. We also have the text options there on the screen, our PayPal and our Zelle as well. Also, you can mail a check or money order to the P.O. Box 1381, Concord, North Carolina, 28026. So again, thank you so much for being a partner with us here at the Renewal Center. We have several different services and programs that we offer you, one being Tea Time Tuesday and other aspects of our Renewal Center. So thanks again for that. I want to remind you also coming up April 17th and 18th here in Charlotte, North Carolina. I want to encourage you to please register for the 7th Prophetic Gathering. That's right, 7th Prophetic Gathering, the sound from heaven. Sound mind, sound words, and sound doctrine. Friday, April 17th and Saturday, April 18th. You can go to 7th Prophetic Gathering .eventbrite.com to register. We would like for you to participate. Registration is still open, so please share. You can go to our website, you can go to our social media pages, or you can go directly to register there on Eventbrite. Just type in 7th Prophetic Gathering, it'll pop right up for you. We'd love to see you there. We have incredible speakers, a great time of engagement. We'll have vendors, and most importantly, we'll be together in fellowship. That's right.
Mhm.
We're excited
Yes.
about us coming together and connecting with our 7th prophetic gathering, the Sound from Heaven. We look forward to seeing you there. I want to remind you also, we have our grief, pain, and stress, our GPS support group. They already started. So we want to let you know,
Yes.
not only do we have individual grief recovery, we also have a small, very intimate group called GPS, Grief, Pain, and Stress Support Group. Please inbox us. Our email is the Renewal Center 2020 at gmail.com, or you can go to www.therenewalcenters.com, and programs, you can go to the grief page and you can send us a message if you'd like to connect specifically with the GPS group. And so we're grateful to be able to have that program for you as well. Want to remind you also, we are currently in motion. Wow, I can't believe it's already coming into April.
I know.
We've been teaching since September the Christology of Spiritual Formation each and every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I want to encourage you to please register for Reforming Culture each Wednesday. Please go to our website. You can also go to download our mobile app to have access, and also our social media pages. We'd love to see you there each and every Wednesday at 7:30 for Reforming Culture. Also, this coming Sunday, all right, the New You Digital Discipleship, Sundays at 10 a.m. There's a Zoom ID, as well as in our password. We're coming into Palm Sunday, and then the next Sunday will be Easter Sunday. Christ is in our midst, and Christ is risen. We're so grateful to be celebrating the resurrection of our Lord. And so here at the Renewal Center, our focus to reveal Christ, renew minds, restore lives, and reform culture. We'd like to see you this coming Sunday for Palm Sunday. That's right, 10 a.m. Also want to remind you, the first Saturday for April 4th is the Women at the Well Bible Study Series. We look forward to you ladies being there. I want to challenge each and every one of you ladies. If you have not attended, I want to encourage you to attend, to connect. This is an incredible Bible study. Pastor Carmela she leads this. And I also want to invite someone with you, all right? Invite a lady with you to say, you know what, we've got a new Zoom. You don't have to register. Just simply log into that ID right there, and you can connect starting at 10 a.m. April 4th. That's a Saturday. All right, and also want to share with you, each and every second Friday at 6:30 a.m., we have our morning prayer. Each and every month. It's been transformative. It's been reforming. We really are practicing God's presence and really being consistent and seeking the Lord together. I want to encourage you to be a part of this community. And again, the Zoom right there and the password ID. You don't have to turn on your camera. Just come in. And those of you that will attend, let us know how the morning prayer has been a blessing to you. And also, if you will, give us a few of your last comments on your takeaways from Carmela's renewal practices this evening. It's been incredible. We're so grateful for you all to be a part of our community. I will be back, all right, the first Tuesday in April, all right, to kick off the month of April for our next tea time. So we'll see you hopefully then. Thank you so much. Carmela, back over to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Patrick. We got some takeaways coming in here, and Sharon is saying that music, the YouTube music while I'm working or while doing things around the house so the tone and resting. Thank you so much. And it sets the tone. It really does, Sharon. Thank you for sharing that. And, we can pick up some of these takeaways and maybe incorporate some of them. Thank you so much for sharing that. Okay. And so, Renita, you want to take the rest of these?
Patrick? Sure, absolutely. I joined tea time a little late, so I missed some, but I appreciate your focus on what is within our control in our environments and what we can do to create what we need mentally and emotionally. Thank you for sharing that, Renita. Darlene says here, decluttering my space, even how I think, can help foster a more calming, comforting environment. Darlene, thank you so much for sharing that. All right. Yes. Well, folks, again, like, share, and subscribe. All right, let's get them up here. Oh, we got one more coming in. Found Favor says, I am continuing to declutter, especially my pantry. New healthy lifestyle inside and out. Yes.
Even the pantry. See, you can do that in the kitchen. This is just amazing. Your space makes a big difference. Thank you so much for sharing that. Well, we want to thank everyone. Patrick and I want to thank everyone for being here with us on Tea Time today. And as Patrick said, join back with us again on our next Tea Time during the day. I can't wait to see what Patrick is going to bring us on our next Tea Time. Patrick, what you going to talk about?
Oh, we're going to talk a little bit about decluttering and minimalizing. So we're going to do some practical aspects in April. So set your calendars, folks. All right, that first Tuesday at noon.
Yes, I love it. This is great.
Warm, I'll do some cold tea that day. So we'll see. All right.
But we hope everyone have a great evening, and we'll see you all on the next Tea Time Tuesday. Have a wonderful evening, everyone.
Thank you.